Hello. On behalf of Digby Trout Restaurants and the Elio Group, it's my pleasure to present this award to Claire Hicks.
I would just like to say an enormous thank you to everyone concerned for this recognition of Impact's work in Asia, in Africa and here at home. I feel deeply honoured to be here amongst so many extraordinarily talented women and quite overwhelmed to be given this prestigious award. Actually, I feel as though I've hitched a ride on Doctor Who's TARDIS. Last week I was working amongst women in Cambodia, one of the most poverty-stricken and disease-racked countries in our world. Only a few hours away by plane, but light years away in terms of living conditions and healthcare. They and so many women in the developing world face huge challenges every day: lack of clean water, fear their children will not eat this evening, things that we can take for granted. Women the world over have the same aspirations for our families, enough food to nourish them, good health and peace. Impact's message transcends traditional borders of race, religion and geography. It is simply that no one should become or remain needlessly disabled by disease, lack of knowledge or shortage of healthcare. 1 in 10 of the world's people are disabled. 80% live in developing countries. 1/3 of those are children. We ask why, when half the causes could have been prevented and many could be reversed now at low cost. For example, lack of vitamin A can rob children of their eyesight. 4 preventable diseases account for half the hearing loss in the world. Enormous progress has been made in the last 50 years. 10 million people have been cured of leprosy. Diseases such as smallpox and polio are being driven into retreat. Impact's priorities, apart from our nutritional scheme, include taking the hospital to the people, providing affordable, accessible surgery in innovative ways, such as through our Lifeline Express hospital train in India and on our floating hospital in Bangladesh. We run mobile clinics in communities and schools, providing early identification and timely treatment of potentially disabling diseases. You may not know, but 99% of maternal deaths occur in Africa and Asia, proving that change really is possible through effective pre- and postnatal care, training traditional birth attendants, and empowering women to make informed choices. Impact is also bringing safe water supplies and sanitation to some of the billions of people who currently lack such necessities, and they are a major cause of disease. But malnutrition is a disease of poverty and of affluence. Lack of iron, iodine and vitamin A deficiency abuse so many women and children, weakening their victims and causing a vicious cycle of malnutrition and disease. Half the world's undernourished children live in Southeast Asia alone. At the other end of the scale in our crazy world, more than 22 million under 5 years are obese. Each is at risk of diseases such as type 2 diabetes and of having a shorter lifespan than their parents. And as you've seen, Impact is proving here in Sussex and abroad that simple, cheap solutions such as food fortification, cooking demonstrations, home gardens, mothers' clubs can make rapid change possible. So we take action today to prevent disability tomorrow. Altogether, there have been 20 million interventions in over 33 countries. That includes over 820,000 men, women and children who can see, hear or move easily again, go to school, work and support their families. That's a number equal to 10 times the people in the Bird's Nest Stadium for the opening ceremony of the Olympics. I find it difficult to think in millions, but I can focus on the way in which individual lives and opportunities can be transformed. Recently in Nepal, I met a beautiful girl dancing, now that she can hear music thanks to her new hearing aid. But at times I feel very angry angry at the poverty and the ignorance which in turn lead people to become disabled for life by something as preventable as polio or German measles. To me, disease and malnutrition are the real weapons of mass destruction, which global leaders spend so much time looking for, but have so far failed to find. How come the world community can find billions of dollars to bail the rich world out of a man-made financial crisis, but the money isn't there to develop new vaccines, eradicate polio, or provide safe water? Imagine 1 million children each year protected from blindness and brain damage, a world in which clean water, immunisation and healthcare is accessible and affordable to all. 50 years ago, these goals would have seemed unthinkable. Today we know how. Tomorrow they could become reality. That's what Impact's all about. Thank you so much for shining a light on our work.